NFL. It's Falcon football as we resume play in the second quarter. Coup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Coup just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. JoJo Natson now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ryan going to give this to Davis. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, a very quick pass to Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Throwing again, Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Not much there, only a yard. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Out to the right to Humphries. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
For a limited time at Little Caesars, get any 2 completions.
To throw again is Ryan. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. This is JoJo Natson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things happen.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Returning it, here's Natson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes
looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. He gets it to Humphries. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage.
Touchdown, Falcons! Mike Davis from 13 yards out. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got to the end zone. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. To return it, it's Natson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wound up picking up positive yardage.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Second down at 4. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Deron Harmon. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man.
They wanna find me now, breathing like they found Mike. A girl around her mouth, only out of spite. But I never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in too deep like my car fight. And that pussy so deep, I could have drowned twice. Rose, Jesus, peace with the brown ice.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played. Into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
They go with Chubb on second down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Parkey is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Ryan now handing to Davis on the draw. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down. Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well.
trusting with powers beyond your control.
Don't you want to know what this is all about?
Look at me going, hear it in the air.
Somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Davis, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Adam Humphries there to make the grab. And the Falcons add on. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They run again with Hunt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far.
Okay.
We could try at least one of them to see how they take it. Look at me.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And all the way up to the 46. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. A give running right is Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Second down and goal. Ryan got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tajay Sharp there to make the grab. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
It should pay your mama's.
I had to try on some clothes that my sister had gave me.
Oh.
That's why I put clothes back on. I had to try on nothing else. So, but, you know, once I lose my stomach, you know, yeah, I probably won't be here for too long because, you know, why be getting a little fast back there, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So I might just for, let me see, once I start wearing it, I say maybe 3, 4 months. Yeah, this one. I can't push it no longer. Start pushing it. You know, it's gonna hurt. Why if you gonna be skinny thick? That's what I'm pushing for, skinny and thick and fat ass and thighs. With some thick calf. Very bad.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Ryan Switzer on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Keenum. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup.
First down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Keenum to throw. That one caught by Felton. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run again with Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try to keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us to stretch out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get, a big-time producer. Keep them here.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing.
Now McCarron. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now here's McCarron on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. It got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Right there. 54 Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, Hawkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. It's Hawkins. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20 here. First and 10 at the 18. And from the red zone now, it's McCarron. Looking sideline, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's McCarron. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hawkins.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Coup now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Keenum. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Keenum's throw there taken in by Hodge.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that the... But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Working from the gun, Keenum. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. From the 35 on 2nd down, Keenum. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Cleveland's coming off their first playoff win since 1994. But the AFC champs put an end to their magical ride. Get ready for a divisional round rematch in Week 1. It's the Browns and Chiefs, and it's next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet. 26 touchdown passes, cut way down on his turnovers, and led the Browns to a playoff victory for the first time since 1994. This young man continues to mature as both a passer and a leader.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if he crowds everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
Another big year from arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. And while we enjoy his excellence, let's not take it for granted. He threw for over 4,700 yards, second only to Deshaun Watson. 38 touchdown passes and led the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl while completing a career-high 66% of his passes. He did have a toe injury during the playoffs that hobbled him, and he had off-season surgery to correct that. We expect this guy to continue to be magnificent.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
7 yards, the pickup there. Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make complete. On the run, the way he can throw against his body, heck, make left-handed throws, you name it, he gets it done. The biggest thing, though, is once he gets into rhythm, trying to get his timing chipped away, trying to stop that is really difficult to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Edwards-Helaire powering forward. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy.
But it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 40, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 76 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I... No, there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'm Questlove, and this is the Balvenie Whiskey. In a world that increasingly values efficient,
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. This punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. A run for Nick Chubb. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Parkey is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now here comes Kansas City. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And Kansas City drafted McCall Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
And Demarcus Robinson may be unheralded in that Kansas City track squad of wide receivers, but he's been dependable for these Chiefs the past few years.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes.
That was a tough man-to-man coverage.
The strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part of all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He was brought down there by Will Parks. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Chubb running right. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Slant pass to Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Another huge season last year for Tyreek Hill, teaming up with Patrick Mahomes. Close to 1,300 yards receiving. 15 touchdowns as well. That was second only to Devontae Adams. We know about the big plays. Also makes the dependable chain-moving catches as well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And some space here. Oh, some strong running. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. 187 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give. This is Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down.
Well, homie, this is my day. Class started a few hours ago. Oh, am I late? No, I'm already graduated. And you can live through anything if the magic made it. They say I talk with so much interest. Ooh, they so sensitive. Wherever put your lips like eyes and to say something where you gon' end up apologizing. Let me know what the problem is. Alright, man, holla then. Holla till I get my money right. Yeah, holla, and you can't tell me nothing, right? Excuse me, you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Let the champagne splash. Let that man get cash. Let that man get past. He don't even stop to get gas. If he can move through the rumors, he can drive.
They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Hunt. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, already his his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Parkey for the extra point.
Good.
And this is now a 1-point game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Second down at 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he steps away. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. But For the PAT. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. As the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather
is,
than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Dalvin Cook, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far, with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they trailed that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And this has been an absolute clinic in how to run the football. Over 200 yards on the ground just in the first 2 quarters alone. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football. But still, not bad for one half of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon in charge.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Mahomes now on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, wide open, complete. And down to the 20. A big play there for KC. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A run for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. My, oh my, 250 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They go with Chubb on second down. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe. Drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sit. It's going to settle things down a little bit.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL from the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a... pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. And again, it's Chubb. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Chubb. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, and the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Hunt going to run for it, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield, punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. John Johnson, leading tackler for the Rams last year, in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Mahomes now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on third and 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 59 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run again with Hunt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this lines up a gain of 4 to the 41.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 59 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield, even if you don't get the catch. Maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
I already have some.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the...
Big Will, when you come back up, you bring me a sharp knife, like a non-butter knife.
Catch there brings up second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
Let's tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because he's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. The Chiefs on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 8. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat.
That was being with all the way. I just made him some chicken patties, and he's good. Yeah, but that was the first thing I cooked. I gave it to him.
As a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll run with Hunt on second down. Big hold to the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down, and this is caught. He hits Landry, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. On second down, it's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll... of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th. And
days. Not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Mayfield. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give. This is Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Second down and 8.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
And this time he is in. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Chiefs are going going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Kansas City, they begin their drive for a...
It ain't no stopping and run, poppin' son of God, dropping anybody who next. I want a mansion, I got a million advances. I'm gonna stay in Atlanta. Most of them move to LA and throw all of their money away and move back with their parents. I see the canvas, I got the brush in my hand, the colors are mixing again. The stick in my hand, I drop my Dutch. The world is us, so what? Who wanna touch? Who wanna rough me up? Nobody. My head is ready to bust, kicking the door when I come in the cut. Who wanna rough me up? Nobody. My head is ready to bust, do what I do and I say what I want. Yeah, mommy, your kid in the magazine, get in the magazine. I had to stack on my jacket and right when we see the bad kid, bad city. You see the duality, who tryna battle me, huh? Killers is after me, can I be that many? Who wanna fuck me up? Fatality really is all this stuff, undoubtedly. Baby gon' touch the bucks, my salary double, your baby daddy make me triple.
I was walking down the dark road, hard cold, all alone. I'm on my own, nobody better ask me for nothing. Remember we was sliding in, door, all they want is smoke, they get the high to make the scary boys run. Remember when I ain't have it, if I want it, I can buy it, I ain't bragging, I can go and blow it back just for fun. If we gon' keep it real, I took a lot of L's, I know pain, I went through hell.
One time you looked at me and you said, "No, if I get hit one more time in the head, I see that star again, I'm gonna have to retire." I think he saw the star like 7 more times that year and played for like 7 more years after that too. That star. That's that star. Yeah. What was our pack on punt returns? Like one of us would get knocked out, then the other one would come peel us off the ground, so we didn't have to miss the game and then possibly the next game because we had incentives on playing. So it was like, when I come over to you after you get done on punt returns, I'll come pick them up and I'll say, grab your knee, grab your knee. So we try to beat the system. And you come in and you say, it's November 3rd, it's about 2 o'clock, we're down by 7. They bring in the independent doctor. Hey, we're down by 7, it's about 2:30, get out of here. Yeah. Proactivity. One time you looked at me and you said,
Wisdom teeth, also known as third molars, are the final set of molars that typically emerge in the back of the mouth. These teeth usually make their appearance during the late teenage years or early 20s, although they may not always cause problems. However, there are potential issues and complications to be aware of. Overcrowding, infection, or damage to adjacent teeth are common concerns that are associated.
So I've got this PS5 in. This customer states that whenever he's playing FIFA or any PS5 games, he usually checks off. System's not really dirty, not dusty, but it's the inside. So break it down. So I've got this PS5 in. This customer states that whenever he's playing FIFA or any PS5 games, he usually checks off. System's not really dirty, not dusty.
Okay, but can we talk about fluoride at the dentist office? That stuff was lit back in the day. I don't know what you guys had, but mine was like this foamy stuff, and it was strawberry banana. I swear, I don't know what was inside that thing, but it tastes better than anything I've ever had in my entire life. I wanted to eat it so badly, but it's obviously the one thing that you can't eat for this sport. And then all of a sudden, whenever I got to like, I don't know, 8, 13, or 14, they started putting this gunk on my teeth. And it was the worst. So I went from this nice strawberry banana foam that tasted amazing to the stuff that they paint off, and it just causes this nasty gunk all over you. That being said, you shouldn't remove it, and here's why. Because that thing is just a layer of fluoride extra goodness protection that they seal up over your teeth. There's a reason why we tell you not to eat for at least 60 minutes after your dental appointment, and that's because this thing is going to work. feels really good on this. Oh, there we go. Here's what to avoid when grabbing a protein bar. So let's say you're on the go and you know you need to get protein in. You're stopping somewhere to grab a protein bar. Here's some mistakes you want to avoid. One of the things I see my clients do a lot is they grab bars that don't have a lot of protein in them. You go get the kind because it says protein on it, and you're thinking 12 grams of protein, that's great, but if you look at the back, it's actually 12 grams of protein, 17 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of fat. This is a fat bar because the fat highest nutrient on here. Don't get this type of shit. I'll also see people make the same mistake with Cliff Bar. It's a little bit protein, 10 grams, but this right here is predominantly carbs, 43 grams of carbs. The highest nutrient is what that food source is. So this is a carb bar. Hey, you guys tagging with the strength of human beef. This is going to keep going up higher and higher until it crashes that moment. If you guys didn't know, molars actually have up to 8,000 pounds of force weight, which is over 600 kilograms. Actually, crazy. What's funny is you can do 1,000 pounds of force, but then I can chip my teeth on it. Something similar. They saw him there and goes, ooh, it looks like 630. Oh, you made it. Hey, babe. Mary Ashley. Oh, where's the gifts?
I got you a big gift to close your eyes.
Okay. What the fuck? Bro, where's the fucking gift at?
What, baby? Come on, I thought you wanted all of this.
Oh, no, bro, come on. I can shit every year. Get some real gifts.
Come on, babe. Don't you love eating ass?
Bitch, no. I do love eating ass.
Oh, come on, babe. Like, it's me, baby. It's me, baby.
Damn. No, I can't do this again. Not this year, bro. Not again.
My head is ready to bust, kicking the door when I come at the cut. What? Okay.
Coming up, it's week 2 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Texans and Browns square off for just the 12th time. Can Houston take an 8-4 lead in the series? We'll find out next.
We are the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Watson's throw pulled in by Tate. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start.